Thank God Howie Roseman didn't quit. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate all your support, Philly fans, as we get this channel rolling. Wow. So I'm sure many of you remember Howie Roseman was demoted to a non-personnel role in favor of Chip freaking Kelly. As much as we love Jeffrey Lurie as an owner, that may have been an absolute disaster right there, but he stuck around. He got promoted back to general manager, and it has been a lot of fun since. So they recently made a trade, as you may be aware, for John Mechie, who played with Devontae Smith at Alabama. I just have two short clips. I think these are last year, or no, I think they were this year in training camp, if I have this correct, against the defensive back there, Derek Stingley. Just a couple of plays from Mechie. Only went up against him twice, but I mean, I just crushed him on that one. But then I want to show you this because this just real quick, just to give you an idea of the adjustments that he can make and the hands that he has. Let me see if I can go out with this here. You watch this catch, man. That is a fantastic adjustment on the football. And now, of course, because of that trade, a lot of people are wondering if something is next because it put a lot of wide receivers in the NFL camp. And a lot of people are thinking, hey, maybe, maybe Dotson's time is finished because that is someone who, as far as the tradable, shall we say, wide receivers, that could bring in something somewhere else. And that brought this next. Let me see if I have it here in a lot of places. Eagles are rumored to be making calls about Trey Hendrickson. This would be 2018, 2019 Warriors level unfair. Now, I'm not saying the two are connected because the rumor also is that the Cincinnati Bengals, I believe, are looking for a defensive player and a first round draft pick. Now, we all know Howie loves to stock his draft picks. And I think not only because it gets young talent in the draft, obviously, but also because when situations do arise, that it's going to take draft picks to get a game changing talent like a Trey Hendrickson. Howie Roseman has them to spare. And so, could you imagine the Eagles trading for Trey Hendrickson? That is the potential rumor. You can see another account here. Rumors going around that the Eagles are in on Trey Hendrickson. The Eagles would be insane, which leads me to one other thing. And hold on, let me see if I have it real quick. And I do, because this ties in nicely. Of course, it goes again to the disrespect that the Philly Eagles get because national sports media hates us as fans. You have Aaron Schatz here, not in the top five there. Of course, he put the Commanders up there. Now, listen to what he talks
because they were
about,
very
though, okay? Listen to what he talks about because it plays in with what we're talking about here with Trey Hendrickson.
because they were very dominant on defense. And we talk about this a lot every year. Offense is more predictable and more consistent than defense. Defense regresses to the mean more heavily. The Eagles were only 13th on offense during the regular season. They were awesome in the Super Bowl, but that's just one game. It was the defense that drove that team. Fantastic defense. And especially with the personnel changes that they had, it's very likely that that defense comes back to the pack a little bit and is more like fourth or fifth rather than number one by a large margin.
Wow, dropping all the way to fourth or fifth. Forget the fact that one of the reasons the Eagles didn't score a ton of points is because time of possession, they ate up the clock. Okay, maybe that one play drive against Washington after Washington had 18 drives, but what they are not keeping in mind here and why we're talking about this is Howie Roseman never stops. Now, look, other teams have to agree to stuff. So I'm not going to sit here and say he's going to make all dreams come true and he gets to make every trade that he wants and that the Eagles can get anybody they want. That of course is not the case, but never count out Howie Roseman improving the Eagles football team, and it just makes me wonder Maybe just wants to push some other guys in camp, bringing in another wide receiver. Maybe it is a replacement and another wide receiver is on their way out. But it could also be, even if it's not Trey Hendrickson, that Howie Roseman is making this trade to set up another trade for a player that he is targeting. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear what you all think about. Okay, let's say Trey Hendrickson is on the market. Eagles are actually in on it. What is too much for you in terms of what they would have to give up to get Trey Hendrickson? Do you even want to see draft picks go? When you look at what Howie can do at times in the draft, do you even want to see a first round pick be let go by the Eagles? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Appreciate you checking out this video and jumping in on early on the journey. I do appreciate it. Do me a favor if you're enjoying what you hear so far, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate it. Go have a fantastic day. I will talk to you later.